Well, we have a situation here and it is kind of an emergency. So, there is one car I have not shown you guys yet on this channel, and it's in this warehouse, completely different location. So long story short, this car belonged to my father. I had it shipped here about 6 months ago or so, and it has just been sitting here ever since because I don't have room for it. So the idea was to actually sell it or move it or do something with it, and it was going to sit here for an extended period of time, but because this company next door is needing the space, they are going to rent this current space, meaning I have to get this car out. So yeah, tricky situation. So today's mission, I'm going to go get this car. We are going to bring it to the shop and see if I can even contemplate or fathom getting it up the ramp. It's going to be a challenge. So let's check it out. Now, I have shown this car in the past on my second channel called Brick House Builds, and over there I showed the history of the car and talked a little bit more about maybe why it's cool and when we got it, that kind of thing. So I'm going to link a video in the description, so I highly recommend you guys go check that thing out if you want to know more about this, but I will definitely be showing it in the future. So this is a 1959 Cadillac, should be kind of obvious from those things right there. A resto mod, if you will. This thing is painted Tangelo orange. It is low, it is on air, it has an LS, it has all the stuff. It is a super cool car. So, let's go ahead and get this thing moved. We'll do our 97-point turn, Austin Power style, and we will get it out this door, drive it over to the shop, see if we can even think about getting up that ramp. Right there is not really the concern. Right there is a concern. But right in the middle, that's where I'm concerned about, at the top of the ramp where we have that angle. So this will go up a little bit higher. We'll see if we can make it happen.
It's a yacht.
Yeah, this thing is a pretty sweet car. That thing right there is our arch nemesis. We're gonna see if we can defeat it today. Okay, well, we have the car at the shop, and we gotta try to get it up this ramp. Now, when my dad got this car, we've actually driven it a whole bunch, but the last couple times I've driven it, it has a major noise coming from the rear end. So the tire is actually rubbing the splat here. And looks like, if I'm pulling on the car, there's nothing supporting the rear end laterally. I've never been under here, but I just poked my head underneath, and we got a bigger gap on the right side. So I don't know what to do with it right now. It could just be a bushing that's failed. It's a kind of a triangulated 4-link setup, so we'll see. space. Straight ahead. You got plenty of space. I cannot believe that thing just went up that ramp.
The lowest point is when the front tires hit the concrete. Then right about, like right here, like you said, you still have about 2.5, 3 inches clearance.
I can't even believe that. So I am absolutely stunned that this thing actually went into the shop. So what that means is I don't exactly have to look for a new storage facility for the car, but that does mean that I need to reorganize my shop, move the lift and all that stuff. And I guess I'll just end up taking my Porsche and temporarily putting that in my garage. So anyway, we're gonna move some stuff around. So along with all the cars, this one definitely needs work. It's got some rattles and squeaks. And when I was driving it here, I noticed that the rear end felt like it was wiggling back and forth. So while my brother-in-law was there, I had him pushing on the car while I was looking underneath, and sure enough, it has a bad upper control arm bushing. And by bad, I mean it's non-existent. So with all that slack, it actually touches the tire to the inner fender splats, and it's just, ugh. So I definitely have to fix that. That would at least make it drivable. But on the way home, I noticed on the way back here, I noticed the gauges actually started to work correctly. Voltage-wise, it was reading just below 12, which was concerning, but it started reading normal, and so, I don't know, car's coming back to life. So anyway, yeah, more to come on this car. I don't know when, but within 30 days, we gotta have this thing out of here.